What is that? What are you? You look like you're made of a collection of sausages. Get back. I will poke you. Aha! I've successfully hunted. Kelvin, what are you pointing at? Oh no. Ah, Sons of the Forest. No doubt it'll begin with some kind of gentle aerial insertion, just like the first one. Therefore, I think I'll go for normal. Ah, yes, very gentle. That's my first helicopter crash since 2010. Well, technically it was a hard landing, but tomato tomato. I don't like the way this guy from a 90s R&B music video is looking at me. Thankfully, I woke up with my pants still on. And who's this flailing around on the floor? Oh, it's none other than Kelvin. Not too keen on the name Kelvin. Apologies if anyone's called that, but I'm going to call him Kevin. Now, I'm no doctor, but judging from the blood pouring from his ears, he's had a rough day. Also, don't like the way he's looking at me either. If this is anything like the first game, I know that the forest is terrifying and full of mutants and cannibals. Therefore, I found a way to beat the game by never entering the forest. I'm just going to start a new life on the side of this mountain with Kelvin. Let's start with a fire and some shelter. I think putting the fire in 6 inches of snow is a good start. That's right, Kelvin, you sit by the fire. You've really contributed today. Then again, he is probably suffering from some kind of traumatic brain injury. I should be more sympathetic. While this survival shelter looks thoroughly depressing, I think I have to build a cabin immediately. And so begins Lumberjack Simulator. I'm going to need a lot of logs. But so far so good, it's day 0, and we're perfectly safe on the mountain. The mighty fortress is coming up. What is that? What is that? I think it's a woman on the side of the mountain. I've been out of the dating game for a while, so I'm not sure how to approach her. Maybe with an axe in my hand. Hi. Oh, come back here, you three-legged Temptress. Well, the mutants have found us, and Kevin is very concerned about this. He's probably right. Yeah, let's get some sleep. If she's still here in the morning, she can have an axe to the face. Well, I survived my first night, but I am now dying of hunger and thirst. Luckily, there's a river right here full of fish. Well, I hope the fishing minigame isn't too difficult. Well, that was underwhelming. I can't be bothered to cook it. Luckily, I'm a fan of sushi. But why would you go for the head first? Delicious. She's still here, and she hasn't attacked. I am concerned, though, that might be frostbite up to her knees. Oh, she appears friendly. Well, you can stay. Run off towards my mighty fortress. Either way works. Ah, she's already making herself at home. Kelvin, you're in the tent tonight. Here, make yourself useful. Have a log. Oh, I've hurt him. Sorry, dude. Time for a spot of hunting. Oh, nailed it. What are you pointing at? Oh, what are you? Why are you at my camp? I'm naked. And so begins a ridiculous chase sequence. This takes a lot longer than it should have done. I might need something better than this axe. Oh, it's down. Time for the coup de grace. Can't let you go to waste. I'm in a mountain after all. Oh, he's got a head off. I was aiming for an arm. You can serve as a warning to the others. Stay away from my tent. And it looks like meat is back on the menu, boys. One day. It took me exactly 1 day to resort to cannibalism. Ah, brought a delicious looking friend, did you? After my last 2 unwelcome guests, I decided it was time to put a big, beautiful wall all round my mighty fortress. So far, so good, but I think this is going to take a while. About 100 yards from where I crashed, it turns out there's a cave and an encampment. It is bound to have loads of juicy stuff like rope. Decided to upgrade from my hatchet to a pointed stick. I'm sure this is better. Upon exiting the cave, I noticed someone standing behind Kelvin. That's not creepy at all. Time to put my new pointy welcoming stick to work. Ah, good morning. I see you also have a friend over there. Now, the spear's okay, but I'm thinking about upgrading to a club. For that, I just need one human skull. Which I'm going to get from cooking this head. I suppose that's one way to relax, you weirdo, next to a burning head. Let's add some fish for flavouring. With this mighty club, I now feel confident enough to venture off the mountain and see what's happening in the forest. Ah, what's in this clearing? Oh, that's quite a large encampment. Let's skirt around it. It's time to test out the Skull Club. Huh. The club has not lived up to expectations. I'm going to go back to the spear. With the Spear of Destiny clutched between my hands, I'm feeling pretty confident. What is that? What are you? You're like made of sausages or weird fingers. Are you friendly? No, probably not. Well, let's get the spear to work. Oh, he blocked it. Okay, it's time to run away. I am nearly dead. Come on, Kelvin, we're fleeing. Let's flee back to the mountain. Ah, we're safely back on my mountaintop, surveying the forest which will one day be converted into fence posts for my fortress. And this has only been day 2. I think it's time to get some sleep. Come on, Kelvin, to the cabin.